Every time you move your body in a dance, you're telling a story your mind forgot. You think it's just movement, but something deeper begins when your hips start to turn on their own. Your spine brings back memories, your hips draw paths from long ago, and your soul listens. The movement that rises from your center isn't for show, it's an old way of speaking without words. There's a quiet place inside you that holds everything you've pushed away. It carries your pain, your hidden dreams, and your truth that couldn't be spoken. That's where real freedom begins. You can learn all the techniques in the world, but if your body is closed off, they won't help. But there's an old path that doesn't need words. Long before you were born, people knew it. They used dance to heal, to pray, and to change. Not just any dance, the kind that starts in the belly, moves in circles through the hips, and frees what the heart couldn't express. This wisdom was pushed aside, laughed at, and even banned. Because when you move from your core, you also shift your own story. And people who remember who they are don't easily accept a numb life. This isn't about dance moves or routines, it's about remembering through your body. It's about letting the quiet rhythm in your lower back bring back what was lost. Your body knows things you were taught to ignore. It's something that beats below your thoughts, older than words, a deep code inside you that wakes up only when you dance. This isn't about looking good or following steps. This kind of dance can't be planned. It was never meant to be watched, only felt. What ancient people called sacred dance wasn't for entertainment. It was a kind of body medicine. They moved to connect with unseen forces and fix what was broken inside. In Egypt, women danced in spirals to honor goddesses of love and life. In Africa, hip movements helped women prepare for giving birth and reaching trance states. In the East, women spun their bellies in silence to reach other levels of awareness. This kind of knowledge wasn't lost by accident, it was taken away. Because it sets people free. And those who move with awareness begin to remember. And those who remember don't easily follow others blindly. There is wisdom in your hips, a creative force that doesn't depend on saying nice things or repeating affirmations. It depends on moving, letting go, and coming back to your body. You can bring up old emotions, wake up your creativity, and feel alive again. You don't need to study for years to do this. You just have to let your body speak the truth your mind couldn't handle. Here's the truth, if you enter this kind of dance with full attention, you'll find parts of yourself that were buried under stillness. You'll see that true change doesn't come from outside, it starts with a turn from within. Long ago, before buildings were used for worship, the body was the temple. Dance was the moving sacred space. The hips were the place where life energy was called, shaped, and changed. In ancient Egyptian mystery schools, movement wasn't just for fun. It was a living pattern, a sacred spiral, drawn inside the body. Priestesses of Isis moved their hips in perfect circles to call on the power of creation. It wasn't art, it was a living version of how the universe works. Hermetic teaching said everything moves in rhythm. But only a few realized this wasn't just about the stars, it also applied to the body, the blood, the bones, and the womb. When moved with care, the body followed the same law. In Vedic tradition, the sacral chakra, called Swadhisthana, is the inner ocean. It's the emotional space where desire and life power live. Moving the hips stirs that ocean and frees stuck feelings, old memories, and hidden visions. In many cultures, moving the pelvis in circles was like a prayer. In Afrodiasporic dances like candomblé, spinning the belly called on the spirits and tuned the body to their energy. The dancer faded and the spirit filled the space. All of this was changed, hidden, or turned into something else. The body was controlled, sacred dance turned into something sexual, and deep meaning was replaced by show. But the old patterns are still inside your body, waiting to be remembered. And maybe that's why something wakes up when you dance with honesty, like an ancient voice trying to come back. And maybe that's exactly what the old ones were trying to tell us. Modern science is starting to agree with what the body has always known. One key part of this meeting point is the autonomic nervous system, especially the vagus nerve. According to research from Stephen Porges, who created the polyvagal theory, this nerve strongly affects how safe and calm we feel. It stretches through the throat, heart, stomach, hips, and inner organs. One of the most responsive areas it touches is the hips. When you move your hips in circles or soft waves, you wake up special sensors deep in your body. These sensors send signals straight to your brain, helping it calm down and relax. This softens the inner stress and helps the body start to release old pain and stored emotion, without having to speak about it. Studies in body-based neuroscience and bioenergetics show that moving the pelvis freely can change stuck emotional patterns, balance hormones, and bring back energy. So when you move your hips with focus, you're not just doing a symbol, you're affecting your brain, body, and emotions. It's a way to rewrite how your body reacts to life. Once you get this, you understand that dancing isn't going backward, it's a return to balance, where body, feelings, and presence come together. But this can't be fully understood with just thoughts, it has to come through the body. That's why change starts with one small but important step, noticing where you're tense. Stiffness isn't just in the muscles, it's in your energy. It's that tightness you've gotten used to, the quiet discomfort that keeps you from feeling whole. The first move doesn't need skill, it just needs attention. Lay down, feet on the floor, eyes closed, and breathe. Not to relax, but to notice where you feel stuck. Let your breath move down to your belly, then to your lower back. Let that area start to wake up. Next, give your body the chance to speak, not through thinking, but through movement. Don't worry about how it looks. What matters is the feeling behind it. Let your hips slowly trace a spiral, like you're shaping time with your bones. Move forward, back, and side to side, like you're trying to speak something your voice can't say. This isn't about looking good, it's about breaking through the layers of tension you've been carrying. Slowly, your body reacts. You feel warmth. Your thoughts slow down. Something starts to shift inside, the energy around you begins to change. These first two steps open a doorway. The body starts to remember it's not a cage but a home. It's not noise, it speaks. It's not just flesh, it's sacred space. Once that door opens, you go deeper by really listening to your body. At this point, it's no longer about just moving, it's about understanding what each movement is showing you. Keep making soft circles with your hips, eyes still closed. You'll start to notice things, tightness on one side, little aches on the other. These are messages from your body, stories your mind never recorded. Now bring in the breath. As you move your hips one way, breathe in. As you move the other way, breathe out. Feel the air soften where you used to be tense. This creates a special state, what ancient wisdom called a clear trance. In this space, your mind lets go, and your body taps into deeper knowledge, held in your cells. You might imagine a warm orange or amber light around your lower back. With each circle, picture that light spinning too, unlocking hidden memories in your energy field. Don't try to make sense of it, just feel it. Over time, emotions might come up, tears, warmth, strange feelings. That's not something going wrong, it's your body safely releasing old memories. Stay in this flow for 5 to 10 minutes. No need to push. No goal. Just be with it. This inner dance isn't about performance, it's about truth. When you're done, lie back down and notice what's changed. Even if you can't explain it, you'll know something is different inside you. The third and last part isn't about doing more, it's about letting what happened stay. After opening up, the body needs to feel safe with the new energy. This is where you begin to ground the change. You've done more than just move, you've built a new energy with your body. To hold on to it, sit or stand with your eyes closed. Let your hips be still, but keep your focus there. Imagine a golden spiral of light pulsing in that spot. This isn't just a picture, it's a real effect. When you focus and visualize, your body shifts its chemistry. This is real-time energy change, this is vibrational rewiring. Now say simple inner words: I live in my body. My energy is sacred. My center creates. These aren't just nice thoughts, they go deeper than your mind. They set a tone inside your energy. End this with a small act: place your hands gently over your lower back. Take 3 deep breaths. With each one, feel like you are sealing in the release, the healing, the new rhythm. You don't have to explain it. Just feel it. Something true woke up inside you, and it's still with you. James wasn't looking for answers. He was avoiding the questions. Not because he didn't care, but because he'd learned that feeling deeply was risky. He knew how to speak calmly, how to keep his face steady. But he had learned to keep his body quiet, for years. Then one day, he entered a room where no one talked. People listened. Not with ears, but with skin, breath, and bone. No one asked him to move. But when the music started, something inside him moved on its own. It wasn't a choice, it was a call. His body, silent for so long, had finally spoken. His first hip movement was small, almost hidden. But inside, it felt like mountains shifting. Memories returned, not as pictures, but as feelings, the knot from childhood, the tightness from held-back words, the heavy legs from times he stayed when he wanted to run. Everything rose at once, and he let it. He moved again, slower this time, and something cracked open. Not pain, but warmth. A power he forgot. His soul coming back to his body. The next day, James said nothing about what happened. But the way he walked was different. The earth seemed to know him. And he finally knew himself. Now, he doesn't dance to escape, he dances to remember. Because in that spinning center, he found his home. And every time he moves, he returns. Many people stop here. Not because they don't want to heal, but because when the hips start to move, shame shows up first. Shame about the body. Shame about pleasure. Shame about feeling something that can't be explained. In that moment, your old beliefs shout louder than your inner voice. You remember what they told you: don't move like that. That's not proper. Serious people don't do this. Without even knowing it, you shut down your body just to fit in and stay safe. But now, you're not just surviving anymore, you're waking up. That uncomfortable feeling you get? It's your belief system starting to fall apart. You have to realize that shame doesn't belong to you. It was passed down, taught, and repeated. It doesn't protect you, it holds you back. Real change begins when you feel that shame and move anyway. Not to show off, but to release the pattern it's hiding. Start small. Move your hips in soft, slow circles. You don't have to make it big. Do it in a private space where you feel safe. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, this shame is not mine. I return to my body. Keep repeating this each day. With time, what once felt awkward becomes natural. What once felt like shame becomes your power. You don't have to become a different person. You just need to stop running from the real you. Because this was never just about dance, it was about returning. Returning to a space that isn't on the outside, but deep inside. A sacred place at your core, where your energy flows, where your memories live, where your truth waits. This video didn't give you steps to follow, it opened a door. And walking through it doesn't require skill or knowledge. It takes honesty. It takes trusting that your body already knows what your mind is still learning. Every circle your hips make releases tension, uncovers a memory, and reactivates your inner power. Right there in your bones and muscles, time bends, and what felt lost begins to return. Your body didn't forget. It was simply waiting for you to listen. And it doesn't speak with words. It speaks through movement, through heat, through vibration. From this point on, dance is no longer something you just do. It's a moving prayer. It's your real language. It's your past, your now, and your future spinning together in one flow. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, to feel at home is the greatest return of all. You can chase answers everywhere, but until you fully live in your body, something will always be missing. It's not more light you need, it's more grounding. Now you know the way is not upward, it's inward. And at the center of that spin is where real awakening lives. Your soul didn't enter this body to be forgotten. It came here to be remembered, through the dance. If this touched something deep in you, click like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This helps us keep spreading the message, the truth your body already knows. I'd love to hear your experience. Share in the comments, my body remembers what my soul came to dance. This sentence marks your return to truth, a truth that's always lived inside you. Send this video to someone who needs to break free from stillness. Sometimes, one small movement is enough to awaken the soul. And don't stop here. Tap the screen and explore another powerful video on the channel. Every new dance uncovers a new part of who you are. Remember, when your body moves with awareness, it doesn't repeat, it transforms.